of guns! Run! Scream!
Sam. Sam!
Bang! Bang! Thought you'd escape, huh? Nice try, kid. Okay. He is dead.
So I thought Balloon was really great. I love the story, especially at the end where he chooses to rise above and be the bigger person. Really great acting from this lead. He just a tremendous performance. You could feel all of his emotions. And there were so many aspects that I loved about this. The way that they slowed the motion down in some parts, it made it really dramatic and really emotional. And that scene in the locker room where he's standing in the middle of those two rows and he just makes all the doors open at once. Visually, that was just so cool to see. It was really impactful. My only critique would be that I wasn't quite sure what his superpower was. At the beginning, it seemed like he was just able to levitate or like a balloon. But then he was also really strong and he could kind of move things with his mind. So it was a little bit all over the place. And I think it should have been more narrowly focused or even just explored more. Like if he discovers that he's really strong, I would have liked to have seen that repeated a few times to really drive that point home. But otherwise, I thought this was really great. And I really did love this story.
It is visually appealing and the storyline is quite original. They give us so many messages through daily life interactions of teenage students with their friends, family, and teachers. The performance is extraordinary as well as the special effects and the music score. It is exploring growing up in an adverse environment and finding that you have something to cope with. It is an amazing story.
I thought this was so interesting. All he wants to do is be free like that balloon, and I thought that weaving that into the beginning and then coming back to it at the end was so kind of perfect. And I loved at the very end that they just had like his breathing with the view that you were seeing. That it was really well done.
I really like Balloon, yo. As somebody who's a fan of Spider-Man and Deku from I'm Hero Academia or other like coming of age, school age superheroes that have to like balance school and like having powers and like all of the tension and drama and conflict that comes with that. I was rocking with this, yo. Static Shock type. So yeah, I really like the concept and I really like the execution and that idea of like discovering powers and like choosing to be the better person at school when you could have just like snapped that boy's neck. So yeah, overall, I was really about that. Good job.
I thought that Balloon was a beautifully executed film visually. I think that the special effects were especially well done. They felt surreal but natural at the same time. I liked that the sort of supernatural elements of this film were quite subtle and that it was really about this young man struggling with bullying, but also discovering through that the process of his own rage, also his own power. And I think that it felt to me as if something sinister was building within him and might happen. He might lash out in a way that was very violent, and I was pleasantly surprised that in the end he chose to be the bigger person and not to use his power in a way as a bully himself, that he chose not to be a bully himself. And I think that that's a powerful and important message.
The actor playing the lead does a great job. You really feel for him. And I love the poetic essence of the film in that, like the balloons, he's able to float up and away from his problems. Excellent sound design, notably the many teen voices, cell phone noises, and eerie rumbling music. Very memorable film.
It was good. It was very good. It was a very intimate portrait of this story. Obviously it's a coming of age story to begin with, and then you add on the superpowers. And he's, having moral questions. Does he, destroy the bully that messes with him, or does he let him go? How is he different? With great power comes great responsibility. So not a new premise, but I thought this was very well put together, and there's enough sort of intrigue to make me want more. And it seems like this is a teaser for something that is going to be larger. So well done, good story, told well, and hopefully they'll develop this further. Great acting too. Cheers.